In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS.
And good morning out there in 101 Country and 18 WJTS. This is your In.form. I'm Jared Atkins, and I'm sitting in the studio with a little bit of royalty this morning as we are going to talk about the upcoming Miss Shamrock contest, which I believe goes on in February. Ladies, if you wouldn't mind to introduce yourself.
Priscilla Olson, the 2020-2021 Miss Shamrock and co-director of communications.
Well, welcome. So the Miss Shamrock contest, that's a big thing that goes on in Ireland every year. And I wanted to ask you, for those out there listening that might not know, what is the Shamrock pageant exactly? What goes on with that, and how big of a deal is that to our local area?
So the Miss Shamrock pageant is huge for all young women in Ireland, Indiana, and it gives everyone an opportunity to work on their public speaking skills through interviews and on-stage questions, which are all valuable skills that you will use throughout your life.
Anything to add to that?
Yes, absolutely. We have our Miss Shamrock contestants, we have Miss Teen contestants, and we have Little Miss and Little Mister. So like Celeste was saying, we also are empowering young women, but also little boys as well. And it's super important that they're getting out in front of an audience, having these public speaking skills, sitting in front of, 3 random strangers and having an interview that they can take with for the rest of their life.
Yeah, it teaches you a lot of good public speaking skills, how to conduct an interview, exactly like you said. There's been some changes to the format, isn't there?
Yes, that is correct. So for our Miss Shamrock category, we have now bumped up the age. So any young woman who's eligible that has attended or graduated from Jasper High School, that went to Ireland Elementary or live in Madison and Bound Township, must be the ages between 16 and 23, and that is a new age requirement this year. So we're very excited that we bumped up the age so we can get more girls involved.
Now, Priscilla, you're really hands-on with this, and you, if I'm not mistaken, you were Miss Shamrock during the COVID year, which kind of gave you back-to-back years, correct?
Absolutely. Being Miss Shamrock during COVID was something that's very interesting. I don't think anyone would really want to do that, but it was still an honor because I was able to give back to the community in the best way possible. Right there, we had Miss Shamrock, and then COVID hit right after that in March. And so still being able to involve in the community and giving back is still a very crucial point.
So as a former Miss Shamrock, especially during the COVID years, you're still heavily involved with this, or you're doing a lot of ambassador work and behind-the-scenes work now, right?
Absolutely. It's very important. My mother runs the pageant, so I've kind of became a co-director of communication. I help with the slideshow and the video before the pageant actually gets started, and then I also do the graphic design for our Facebook and Instagram pages as well. So
if any mothers out there are listening and thinking about getting their children involved with this, you could kind of be the point of contact for that, correct?
Absolutely. I can definitely help with that. And Celeste has done such a wonderful job this year getting our social media up and running to an Instagram and Facebook standpoint where if, mothers want to go take a look of what they actually do if your child would happen to win or be on court, that is a great example to see what we do as, contestants to kind of give back to the community. I know we keep saying that, but it's so important to give back to the community and really make that impact because Ireland is such a tight and wonderful family that they've given so much that it's now our generation to give back to them.
That's a good point, Celeste. I want to transition to you just a little bit here. So you are the reigning Miss Shamrock, correct?
Yes.
So what has that been like for somebody that has absolutely nothing to do with pageants and no experience? How would you convey that to them? What's it been like this past year?
Oh, it's been amazing. I have the best court in the entire world. We all hang out. I just got done going to the movies with my little miss, and we all became one big family this year. But some things I was able to do, like Priscilla said, was work on the social media. I created an Instagram page and took over the Facebook. So I've been able to really work on different social media skills. And then we've also done 3 volunteer experiences, which were huge. We were able to get back to the older generation in the community. And we've been able to just pour ourselves back into the community that's given so much to us.
What kind of things goes on with these volunteer experiences?
Yes. So we planted flowers, we did an ice cream party, and then we also just walked around and mingled with all the residents and got to know them. And then in December, we are planning more events with the nursing homes.
That's fantastic, the way you guys give back to the community. So what can be expected when a reigning queen, hands off to the new winner for the next year? What generally happens with the outgoing queen? You guys a lot of you still stay heavily involved with the pageant, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Tell us about that a little bit.
Well, today you're going to talk to 4 of our queens. So all of us are really good and we all communicate and work together. Priscilla has helped me so much from prepping for the state pageant. And so has Kylie and Nicole. They both did interviews with me, and Kylie's just been like my right-hand girl this whole year. I've been able to just call her, and she's helped me with every single thing, especially with like the transitioning.
I want to talk to you about social media just for a minute. You said that you guys how has that changed everything?
It's been huge because we've been able to really connect everyone throughout the world, and we've been able to let people know about the event and the pageant that wouldn't know about it if it wasn't for social media.
Okay. All right. Well, Celeste and Priscilla, I appreciate you guys sitting in with this. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more In.form with the other 2 ladies. So we'll be right back with more In.form right here
Thank you.
on WBDC and 18 WJTS. And we're back with more In.form here on 101 Country, WBDC, and 18 WJTS. Jared Atkins in for Caitlin Nycom this morning. And we now have 2 more guests for the Shamrock pageant. Ladies, if you wouldn't mind to please introduce yourselves one at a time.
I'm Nicole Kress. I was the 2015 Miss Shamrock, so a little while ago. But I now am the co-director of sponsorships and donations.
And you?
Hi, I'm Kylie Weissite. I'm the 2022 Miss Shamrock.
Well, welcome, ladies. Again, I'm joined in the studio by royalty this morning. So we'll start with you. What has changed? I mean, you did this, 10 years ago, and you're still a part of it? So what has that been like? What keeps you coming back to continue being involved in things like this?
I mean, there's a lot. So a lot has changed. It's a lot bigger of a pageant. When I did it, it was just the misses. Now we have teen and the little Miss and Mister, so it's very, very different. I got to see the bicentennial, which was a monumental pageant that will never happen again. That's when I gave up my crown, so I actually held the title for a year and 6 months. But it's so different. They do a ton more community work now. They have longer interviews. It's changed a lot. What keeps me coming back is the kids. I probably have learned more now after than before. I get to help these girls like Celeste said. I did an interview with her. I helped Kylie with stuff. Same with Daisy, who won a few years ago. And the littles are amazing. Seeing a girl 2 days before the pageant tell you that I can't win, I'm not good enough, and then walk off the stage with the title is amazing.
Right.
And I'll come back for years. So.
And Kylie, what about you? What's your experience been like? What keeps you coming back to still be a part of this?
I just absolutely love it. It's like a family to me. I just like seeing the girls like before backstage, because I come every year to help with the pageant, and calming their nerves is a big thing that I like to help them do, just telling them they can do this. There's nothing that they can't do.
Nicole, the pageant again is coming up in February, right? So, one of the things you guys are here to do today is to kind of remind people and get out there and start getting signed up and entered early. Why is that so important to get entered into this thing so early?
Well, in theory, we have a limit. We haven't reached it in a few years. I'd love to see that happen. But just the preparedness to be able to get your outfits and get ready. And it is a week earlier this year. So like Priscilla said, it is going to be on February 23rd this year. Signups for that will start in mid-December. So we really want to get those girls in early so they can start practicing, and the little boys as well.
Kylie, I guess if people want to get entered and registered early now, you guys put links out on your social media, or there's somewhere where they can go to find these registration forms or links or something like that?
Yes, of course. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/St.Pat Celebration or Miss Shamrock Pageant, and follow us on Miss Shamrock Pageant on Instagram. And I know as a queen, I post on my Instagram and Snapchat and all that stuff like that.
Okay. Anything out there you want to say to anybody that's listening that, especially the preteens or the teens that are like, I've always kind of thought about this, but I'm not sure. Any advice you'd give them to kind of make the jump to get involved in this?
Do it. You will do an interview at some point in your life, I promise, and you will now have this experience. But it's also just fun. These girls are awesome. I'll admit, I've met some really, really great girls over the years. And also, the number one fear is public speaking. If these kids can go out there and do that, they are braver than their moms and dads, and they are doing some kick-ass stuff.
All right. Kylie, anything else?
The Miss Shamrock Pageant, while representative of the Ireland Festival, is committed to empowering young women and Little Miss and Mister to have skills that they will take into their adult and professional lives. We work with contestants to help them with self-confidence, stage presence, interview, leadership, and public speaking skills, which will help you for as long as you'll know.
All right. Well, I want to thank you both for coming in and talking about this. If you wouldn't mind to remind everybody one more time about the dates and once again where they can go to find more information or get registered or everything.
So the pageant itself is going to be February 23rd this year. They do have an info meeting and first rehearsal on January 22nd. That's going to be at Ireland Elementary. Applications are available in the middle of December. Like Kylie said, you can look at the Facebook or the Instagram. They're also going to be at Spuds in Ireland. You could also go to the St. Pat's website. And just one little reminder, we do have different age eligibilities for Little Miss and Mister. They're first through fourth grade this year, so that is a little different. So we're hoping to get some more of those as well.
Okay. All right, ladies. Well, I thank you both for your time, and good luck with hopefully a full pageant. You guys get a lot of entries and everything, so good luck. And that has been your In.form here on 101 Country, WBDC, and 18 WJTS.
This has been In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS. Catch past episodes on our social media pages and our websites. If it matters to you, it matters to us. In.form.